You know, as a human-centered designer, I've been receiving a lot of questions lately about artificial intelligence. And I'm also hearing a lot of conversations about burnout, toxicity in the workplace, and the next generation of youth not feeling that they matter. And as an American, of course, you reflect there's so many changes going on in our country with leadership and tension with race issues, equity issues. And then, of course, we live in a world where it's constantly changing, obviously, but there is a lot of unrest, violence, war, again, inequities going on. And I think the overall tone is one of despair and apathy, as well as fear. And though this is natural, I tend to, in times like this, look to nature as my inspiration. And I know in nature it's natural for things to kind of fall apart. You know, the laws of physics are that you have to provide energy or work, it's called, to create order. So, living in a more passive stance in this world, if you're reflecting nature, then you're not putting work in to create order. But we're at a standstill, obviously, because so many folks are burnt out from COVID, or still in the trauma reaction or recovery of the virus and pandemic. And so I feel very driven to show how we can shift our energies into a more positive outlook where we can again gain a sense of growth, positivity, hope, and decrease the tensions and violence that's occurring. There's a whole movement of beautiful women out there who are working in the space called radical self-love and working a lot on self-development to find what our individual personal souls are calling us to do and unapologetically pursuing those passions. And I'm acknowledging and allowing myself to be a part of this magical tribe. And yes, it is a privilege, and yes, it is a choice to be the light in the world even when there is darkness, because we all have to have some type of vision, inspiration to look forward to. And if I could be that light to others as an inspiration to unapologetically listen to my soul and the path that my soul wants to walk on, then I say yes to that. So that is very exciting. And that begins the journey of the Into the Light podcast, where I want to do two things that are very important to me. One of them is to share my personal accomplishments, which includes getting over huge barriers, huge challenges, traumas, life experiences that were negative, and choosing to stay in the light, how I did that, and what the results are of that. I want to share that personal story. And then the second agenda is to see the light in others and to interview others who are also unapologetically pursuing their soul's passion and able to authentically share the challenges they've endured and overcome in order to continue staying in the light no matter what. I believe the impact of In the Light, Stay in the Light podcast will be to help others to do the self-development work needed in order to heal as well as grow and be able to listen to your authentic self and then to be able to follow your soul's path. That will be the biggest impact, is that we can shine a light on the path so that others can know that it's possible, as well as how to do it. So showing, demonstrating, giving tools to follow your soul's path and stay in the light. And sharing stories of what that feels like, what the results are. Like if someone's following their soul, what is that path like? What are the motivations and what does that feel like? Where does it lead you to? What is the impact? All of the above. So I'm so excited to share my personal journey, other people's personal journey, and then tools in order to show and inspire and demonstrate for others to be able to do the same, so that we can have the personal power to move beyond a survival state and be in a state of thriving and be okay with it. To be comfortable with having unapologetic joy every day, being able to live your life's purpose and to thrive. So no matter who you are, no matter where you're coming from, no matter how unique your challenges are, I truly believe that there's some core fundamental principles and tools that we all can follow in order to find ourselves. No, it's not a specific religion or spirituality. A little bit more about myself. I am both left and right brained. So I'm very, very, very logical, analytical, mathematical, scientific in ways. Like I need proof, evidence, feedback, data. Things have to make sense to me. And fortunately and unfortunately, I'm also The other side of my brain, which is creative, meaning I love to be outside of the box. I love to have new, exciting ideas. I love to look for inspiration around me. I love to be in awe of things that I don't understand. So both sides of those brain come together in a way that has always led me on a path towards inspiring and teaching others to also look at the world in new ways, to gain new perspectives. That if you're analytical, it's okay to be a little bit creative. And if you're creative, it's okay to be a little bit more technical and analytical. Also, meaning then, therefore, it's not just based on a spiritual belief, it's based on all kinds of perspectives. It's based on science as well, and how the world, the natural world, works. And also, it's always based on authentic storytelling. So, no matter what perspective your brain comes from, or what lens you wear to experience your world, we all have unique stories to tell. And that is where we truly learn about the world. It's how we as human beings filter in our experiences, how we experience it based on our whole being, who we are, our color of our skin, the way our hair is, how much money we have, where we live, what our culture is, what language we speak, how big or small our body is, what our health is. All of that gets filtered in, and then we tell our story from that point of view. And that's powerful. That's the magical component behind really learning the value of human beings on our planet, is through our individual experiences of this planet. So hopefully this is a movement of sharing stories and guiding and inspiring to make those decisions, especially at those very difficult crossroads, to stay in the light, stay positive, and have a growth mindset, be leaders guiding us to tomorrow, to be an inspiration that we can live through joy each day. And we'll only do that from learning from each other. Join me on this journey, Stay in the Light podcast, as we share unapologetic stories of following our soul's path and sharing our unique tools on how we do it, how we get there, and where we're going. Thank you so much for letting me share and ramble a little bit with you today. And I'm excited to start this journey. I share also because I've gone through this journey myself, and that'll be fine. We all have to begin with self-development, working on our inner selves in order to become better people, to show up in this world as our unique selves. Stay in the Light is about sharing the tools so that we can show up in this world as our best selves. Glucose Studios is about human-centered design, where we gather this knowledge and wisdom and always know our core value of being human beings on this planet, that we will always have something to offer that is unique, creative, and innovative in this world. Technology and artificial intelligence will never overcome the value of our stories, our creativity, our human empathy, compassion, and connection that we have with each other. That is why we matter on this planet. Our value is to always have that lens, no matter where we're moving forward on our personal and professional lives, so that we can be on a continuous journey of learning about each other and forming deeper relationships and understanding of each unique soul that's on this planet. Stay in the light, and thank you for joining me on this journey.